Now we've a nice little conundrum to solve here, and I was talking with Pierce during the week. So it's this elevation here, and he says yes, he does want this to be a curtain wall the whole way up. So you can see as well that it's kind of framed with a box out section there too, which is going to be very helpful, I think, in terms of the solution to do this. So if I pop into my model. Now you can see that I created this framework, and I did that in the last video for you over here, and I just mirrored it over to this side as well. Now that can stay, that's fine. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be bringing the curtain walling up right to the underside of this here. They will be the panels that will go in there will be spandrel panels, so they're you can't see through them basically. I'll be putting rails on the inside here, and I'll be doing that all the way around the parapet so that we can clad over on the parapet there. So we'll do that in a little detail. Now, so the first thing I'm going to do is form the box out, right? So I'm going to create a little steel frame, which I'm going to connect to the column coming up here and up there, and then across here as well. It's kind of like a box out frame. So if I go into my ground floor plan, this is my column on the south west side, and if I hit TL on the keyboard, you'll get the idea. So these are just construction lines here. So I'm going to put a flat plate across here that can be clipped or welded or whatever onto this column, and then I'm using a 60 by 60 square box section welded to get that kind of a shape there. So it'll be 500 by 300. Okay. This dimension is important because I'm going to position this on the intersection of the grid line as well. Okay, so when I create this, I want an insertion point, and the insertion point I'm going to pick is going to be on the grid line. That's basically what that is. Now, to create this box out, I'm going to do it as a family. So I'm going into File, New. Sorry, File, New, Family. Right, and I'm just going to use a generic template here. So this one here. All right. Now, the intersection of these two lines, that is where the insertion point is. So if I start off, I'm going to do an extrusion, okay? And then I'm going to start off with my line work here. So I'm going to come up here 153, right? Across 300, down 500, okay? Across 3, close that there. I'm going to go up to the offset. I'm going to offset this plate at 10. I'll just hit TL on the keyboard here. Okay, that's the plate there. And then I'm going to offset the rest at 60 to the inside here. Like so, and I'll just fillet these now. Now this, for the extrusion to work, it's got to be a closed loop, if you like. The extrusion end and the extrusion start dictate the height, the thickness of the bracket, so it's going to be 60 mil. I'm going to do an associate material parameter with this here, so I'm going to create a new one, and this will be steel bracket here. Steel bracket material, and it'll be a type rather than an instance. Okay, and okay. Now I'm going to finish that, and we'll go into a 3D view of this here. Okay, now that's the bracket there. So when I got that done, now I'll do a file, save as, and this will be a steel bracket number 2. Okay, .rfa, save, and I'll load that into the project. Now it's on the end of my cursor here, and you see what I said about the insertion point. So the insertion point is at that 153. So I'll find the grid line. I'll pop that in there. Let's get into a 3D and see this. So there's my bracket there. Okay, and I'll get into a west elevation now, and I'll select that. One other little thing about the bracket. I've decided to come out a certain distance here, right? It's the 500 worked out just fine. But it's actually, what is important here is this little overstep here. Why? Because we're going to be putting our cladding onto the cladding rails here. So that distance there is roughly 80 mil. Okay, it's 85 or something like that to give myself a little bit of play. So the thickness of the cladding, I'm going to use something like a Kingspan quad core or something like that. And I'll show you how to download that from the website. But it's going to butt in nicely here, and I'll have some kind of a rain joint there as well. So that's why I'm specifically leaving 80 mil on the corner there. Now I'm going to copy this up, 600, and then so on. Okay. Now when I've got those going the whole way up here, I'll mirror them across here, and that will be, I'll get the whole of that of the brackets up here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to rotate one of these. I don't think so. I'll just copy one across here, and let's see if I can rotate it. I think it'll only rotate not in the way that I want it. Yeah, I didn't think so that was going to work. So I'm going to have to make a second one of these on the vertical, and I'll just do a little video on that as well. So make those brackets and get them up here. Right, let's do one on the vertical while we're here. So File, New, Family, and again it's a generic model. Okay. Now we're on the plan view here, so I'm going to go over to the left view, like so. All right, so we got the intersection point here again. So this will be it'll be an extrusion this way and that way. So this should still work, and we're going to go up 153 again, across 300. Probably needs to go up a little bit higher that way. I'll just do this I'll tell you what I'll do. Sorry, I'll take that out and I will go, but I'm going to go 153 down this way. Let me have a little think about that now. Is 153 enough to cover the box out? I think it's halfway, so I'm going to go 250. Right, 250, 300, 500. 300 and there. Right, now again let's offset 60 in here. Okay, and we'll change that offset to 10, and now we need to fill it. Okay, and this will be 60. Okay, let's get a look at that in 3 dimensions. Okay, that's not too bad now. So we will do a file save as. Now I'm not sure if this is in the right way, but I can always mirror it, I suppose. So it'll be a steel bracket 3, and I'll just put a capital V, so I know it's vertical there. that. Load that into the project. Now, okay, so I can get it in there all right. Now, there it is. Okay, so I wonder, can I rotate that on this way? Let's see if this will rotate for me. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So, just do another rotation on that, 180. Okay, back into my elevation here. Get rid of some of these views. West elevation. Yeah, okay. So now I'll just place that roughly in the center point there. I'll move it across here. So you get the idea. Now, let's just take a look at the south elevation here. And let's select the bracket. Now, that's what I'm kind of looking for, something along those lines. All right, now I might just put it at the top here so I can wrap around or whatever, and I'll decide that when I get a little bit closer. Okay, so that is that's how we're going to create our box out with the brackets, and then I'll just use a wall material just to surround all of that, and I'll do that in the next video.